Hi everyone, in this tutorial we're going to create this awesome products page with Frameship, a plugin that lets us integrate our Shopify store in Framer, which you can find the discount code in the description for. You can see when I hover over a product image cube, it gets rotated, and I can click aside to view that image in a Lightbox, creating a great products page with great interactions. You can find a link for the starter file in the description if you want to build with me. And let's get started. Before we start, if you don't want to miss upcoming tutorials, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for your support. The most important pre-made or placed element we have is the product CMS collection, which you're not going to find in the starter file since it can only be added using Frameship, but you can get after connecting to the demo Shopify store or an existing store and syncing products, as I demonstrate in a previous tutorial, and you can find its link in the description. Let's add the products to our page. So I will click the plus button, and under collections, I'm going to drag products to my page under the text wrapper stack. Then I will select products. While the product is selected, I'm going to make it a grid with 3 columns. We can zoom in a little more, and its X gap is going to be 252. And Y gap is going to be 57. Then I will select the product image, lock its aspect ratio, and enter 77 for its width. Then I will select product stack, make its position top mid. Its width is going to be 240, and I'm going to make its direction vertical. Let's also add Lightbox to product image. So after selecting it, under effects, I'm going to select Lightbox and change its backdrop to color BG from my styles. Let's quickly check if it works. And it works. Before creating a cube with product images, I'm gonna add it to a frame and name it cube wrapper. Before resizing the image, I'm gonna select it and remove its right pin. Then I'm gonna select cube wrapper frame that I've just created, make its width and height 158, and its overflow is gonna be visible. Before continuing to make it a component, I'm gonna wrap cube wrapper in another frame, and I'm gonna name it product image. Then I'm gonna make sure its width and height is also 158, and I'm gonna make it a component. In the component screen, I'm gonna select the image and rename it F, since it's gonna be the front side of our cube. Then I will select the cube wrapper and I will remove its right pin, make its top spacing 36 and left 18. Then under transforms, I'm gonna add rotate, perspective, and preserve 3D properties. I will click 3D next to rotate and enter -30 for both X and Y rotation values. Then I will make perspective 500. Now we can select the front side or F layer, and under transforms, I will add rotate, select 3D, and also origin properties. To create the right side, I'm gonna duplicate layer F, rename it R, make its left spacing 77, X origin 0, and its Y rotation 90 degrees. To create top side, I'm gonna duplicate F, rename it T, make its Y origin 0, and its X rotation -90. For bottom side, I'm gonna duplicate F, rename it BTM, make its X origin 0, Y origin 100, and X rotation 90 degrees. Lastly, for the back side, I will duplicate F, rename it B. Under transforms, I'm gonna add a depth property, since we need to move it, and make its depth value -77. Now that we have the cube created, we can create variables for the product images. Right now, all sides are set to image 1, as you see here. So for the right side, I will select our layer and click in its label fill. I'm gonna create a new image variable and name it image2. Since not many products have 4 images, I will create only one more image variable. I will keep top layers fill as image1 since we rotate the cube on hover and that's the only way for users to see the first image. I will also keep bottom side to have image1 since it's not visible. And for the back side, I'm gonna create another image variable, click in its label fill. I'm gonna rename it image3. Now we can go back to homepage and assign variables to product images in our CMS loop, right? You can see since we haven't assigned other product images yet, the right side looks empty. So under product image component properties, I'm gonna click image2 label and hovering over set variable, I will assign it to image2. I'm gonna repeat the same steps for image3. Now we can see new images on the right side. Since we need to fix spacing in our product's grid, while the product image is selected, I'm gonna make its position absolute, make its top spacing 7, then select product, make its top padding 140. Now we can go back to product image component screen, make right side's opacity 0.7, tops 0.5, and bottoms also 0.5 to create a nice transparent cube. And we can create a hover state for our cube. In the hover state, I'm gonna select cube wrapper and make its top spacing 23, left -59, and its Y rotation -140. Let's go back to homepage and preview, and we can see our hover effects work perfectly. Even though some products don't have the third image, it doesn't look that bad. And we can click any image to view it larger in a Lightbox. Which creates a great products page, right? To keep the tutorial shorter, I'm not gonna get into creating a product detail page and linking the title text to it and adding a price at the cart button, etc. Things like that. But I will share my previous Frameship tutorials, as I said, in the description. You can check them for those tips. And as I said, I'm sharing a discount code for Frameship also in the description. And that wraps up our tutorial. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe, turn the notifications on, check my other tutorials, and see you in the next one.